Is Trump charismatic?
The most charismatic, yeah. So if we interpret charisma as the ability to succeed based on force of personality, right? If that's one view of it, the ability to influence and succeed, you have to give it to people that you might not agree with. And Donald Trump absolutely gets that. So does Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, for the record, right? These people that are not there for their technical prowess, but are there for their ability to speak, definitely. I think what I've heard is that he's likable in person, like a lot of people that meet him like him, and he has this thing that I haven't totally identified that drives the left crazy, but it needs to be, rather than being demonized, I think it needs, I want to explore it. I want to understand what it is he's like very tough to stay mad at, in the sense that what he did, he's repeatedly in his base forgiven for things that would have been upsetting to them and would be upsetting if any other Republican said or did the things that he does. There is a relationship, I think, that he has with shame. And so if you look, it's like the first debate that he ever did. Boom, here comes the question. You call women fat pigs. You know, this is career ender right here. What are you going to say?
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Well, the audience erupts and Megyn Kelly can't get a word in, and it was an entire campaign of that, like Teflon. Nothing sticks to him. And so you don't have to like it for there to be something meaningful there. And I actually want to go back because I think the most impressive thing that he's done is not win the presidency. I think the Democrats fielded some less than excellent candidates, but my God, the way he took over the Republican primaries was insane. Because if you go back and watch those debates, which I currently am.
The first time?
The first time.
Oh, yeah. I watched it all.
Entirely against him. He doesn't have an audience on his side. There is no one that is on his side. And to watch him go down the line, take out Jeb, take out Ted, take out Marco, and win the entire audience blow by blow is fascinating to me.
You're someone that analyzes this.
Yeah.
So what did you, because I've watched all of those debates. In fact, I've watched them so many times. Those Republican debates with like Jeb and his weak energy and I can't remember what he was calling Ted Cruz. It's like Lion Cruz or something.
Lion Ted.
Yeah, Lion Ted. I've watched all of those, but you watch it and you go, this is atypical behavior.
Yeah.
This is not how to be a president. What is he doing right there?
I think that is the thing. He is him through and through. Like there's not a crack in him. And so many times, this is when people criticize you or criticize anybody, one of the things you'll see is, let's say that there's a comedian and they're on stage and somebody's heckling him and say, you can't tell that joke, that's bad. If you crack in that moment, more of the audience says, ooh, I don't know if you should have said that. But when you double down and triple down and quadruple down and endlessly down, you actually take more people with you. And this guy doesn't crack. Anytime he's attacked, I don't think he has defense in his repertoire. Like every time it's offense. So whenever somebody comes at him, he doesn't respond. He barely responds. That's not true. He goes, you should see what he's doing. You know, it's always, always offense. He's willing to brawl in those situations. And I think we are animals. There is especially in that Republican primary with people like Jeb, there's a simple thing of like, oh, this guy just owned that dude, right? He just completely made him seem like a child who was interacting with an adult, like as he whimpered away or trailed off. This is something that I teach people is when you're speaking, just as a matter of habit, and you can break this rule once you've established it, but if you're a shy person, finish your sentence before you let someone cut you off. Find a period. And then the other person can jump in. But if we're talking and you jump in and I just sort of trail away, has this sense of fragility, weakness, and it encourages people to speak over you. If you look especially at the first debate, the people that he was arguing against got run off constantly. And they hoped that the moderator would bring them back into the debate. And it's not ideal that politics works like that, but it was a bludgeoning game. It was just like he makes these people look weak in front of them as he dictates the pace and what's going to happen, and he's not listening to anybody, and the audience starts lining up behind him. It was, I have to go back, and the video will have much more precise moments of this, but that is what I've seen. Is just I've started to compile things.
Obama. He struck me as being high conviction at times.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
And also empathetic. When he cried on the stage after the Sandy Hook thing.
I think he's a great example of those moving up
He's
together.
also authentic. He's funny.
Yeah.
Energetic. I guess. I mean, he riled people up.
He's a generational talent as a politician. So he's definitely next level. That's the other thing. I've started to look back at some of the presidents that we've had, and we've had some statesmen that have been. You can have your opinion on them, but when I look at the people that have won, they're the charisma candidate in a lot of the cases.
Isn't it crazy?
And I don't think it's that crazy. That's the thing. We tend to overlook it and then pretend that we live in a world based on rubric merit, as opposed to this is literally a popularity contest.
How did this person make me feel?
Yeah, how do I feel when I'm around them? Or how do I feel when I witness them on stage? Do I believe that I can trust them without ever having had a one-to-one conversation? So he's a charisma freak. He's incredibly high charisma.
What you just said there just goes to highlight how important these skills are. Because if you can rise to the top of society and become the leader of the free world by mastering charisma, like Dave at his job, or like me as a podcaster, it just goes to show that like talent and merit and skills and maybe even my education are secondary to my ability to make people feel a certain way.
I think let me see if this is true. It's certainly true in LA to a ridiculous level. But even in the industry that I was in, which was consulting, I wound up getting off-cycle raises, preferential treatment, though even decades later, I feel strange saying it on camera. And it was, like I said, there were better analysts than me. There were guys that I liked that I went to help me with my work. And it was not because I was the best analyst. It was because I had established relationships with people that liked me and wanted me to do well. And it's obvious, what is nepotism other than familial connection, right? And so if you just remove the family from it, that's charisma. That's this person cares and wants me to do well and likes me. But it's not nepotism, it's something else. It's a charismatic connection that you have with that person.
If you're interested in the fastest method that I have to build your charisma, your social confidence, you may be interested in checking out Charisma University. It's our 30-day program to take your charisma and confidence to the next level. And this is what just some of our members have to say about it. I don't even have a bachelor diploma, yet they want me to fill this position. And when I asked why, this was the answer. You have great social skills, which is rare for an engineer. You can think quickly on your feet, and you are open and self-assured in your demeanor. Thank you so much for all that you have taught me. You have truly changed my life, because without Charisma University, I wouldn't have qualified for that position in a million lifetimes. Or check out this student's experience with dating. Loving the course. I've liked a girl for over a year now, but never thought much of it because I thought she was just too pretty. Took your lessons, gave things a shot, and now we are dating. And try this one out for friendship. It has been truly incredible. I have instantly had results that seem insane. So many more meaningful conversations. My friendships have improved, and my interactions with total strangers are a new, exciting, fulfilling thing. I want to recommend this to everyone. This should be in our basic education system. Now, the course comes with a full money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to you trying. There are thousands of people that have improved their lives with Charisma University, and I would love for you to do the same. Either way, I hope that this video has helped you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.